live. I usually don't handle it like this on the Safe Space Saylee show. This is the recap. I need to record something. I need to record something on this part because this is a very important, time right now. Very, very important. Hold on, that stuff just fell. Very important. Shout out to everybody, on this end, whether you're seeing this now or later. I want to let individuals know, so I wasn't able to, the audio on when I was recording from the airport, it wasn't that good. It was messing up, so I would not put that up, from the airport. I was so excited about that too. Like Safe Space Saylee show from the airport. And I don't usually come this late too, so this, like I said, this is a recap. So the Safe Space Saylee show, recap. The Safe Space Saylee show, recap. The Safe Space Saylee show, recap. Freedom, warmth, and clarity. Recap. Hey, what's going on? So look, I probably only got 30 minutes. Cause it's late. It's like I'm on the East Coast. It's like 2 something. About to be 3. I ain't gonna go too long. But there's some things I want to make some announcements. Just for me. One, just like I'm proud of my little cousins getting their own cribs, and I feel like a proud dad. I really do. I usually don't come on the Safe Space Saylee show like this, but guys, I show up how I want, and they already know I do what I want. Oh man, I'm be tripping on that part. But I'm very, very impressed, proud and impressed. Sometimes individuals don't make moves. I didn't want to do all that. Sometimes individuals don't make moves to better their life. They be stuck. So don't be in a situation, don't be stuck because you're afraid to make a certain move. You're afraid to move up. Or you're afraid to do something that's never been done in your family. You may be the first one to do certain things. You gotta make that move. Make that move. I'm gonna turn off this laptop. I don't really need it on. Make that move. Don't be afraid. And that's how I always, tell my nieces, nephews, cousins, older uncles, aunties too. Like they know me. I advise people that say it like I'm a real counselor. It don't matter if you can be 5 or you can be 85. It don't matter. I got the answers for you, in that part. So, guys, on this third week, this was going to be the recap of the third week on relationships. It was still very, very important. And I'm proud, too, because my younger cousins, they're in relationships now. I'm not about to be here talk about the relationship. That's not what I'm on. But I gave them my viewpoint, let me just say that, on what they were in and how they can improve their situation. I gave it there, and I could spend 72 hours straight with somebody, but it don't matter if you don't make the move, if you don't do anything about it, so you gotta make sure that you're making some kind of powerful move. And I want to make an announcement too. We're gonna still talk about our own relationships too. But guys, next week I'm going to Ghana. I'm going to see my big bro. I'm very excited about the Safe Space Saylee show from Ghana. International Saylee, you doing it like that? Yes. You can't be stopped? No. What if somebody chopped off your arms and legs, Saylee? I'll still be making moves. I just have to. I can't quit. It's not in me. But yeah, so what I want to do is to recap. Man, I wanted to go from the airport, so. But guys, certain things don't happen for you for a reason. Sometimes you gotta be. Your plans got to be ruffled, or you may hit a brick you may hit a brick or a speed bump or, a wall. And it's like, but you gotta do this another way. Because I remember I was talking about one show when I was talking about the Safe Space Saylee show. This lady was like, she was enjoying the show. Like, she was getting so much information. She had to tell me. She's like, you know what do you do? I'm like, ma'am, I'm a counselor. She's like, I can really tell you love what you do. I'm like, yeah, I really do. I really care about, assisting individuals to get to their next level where they want to be. That's kind of what I do. So, guys, we're going to go over this question. I'm not going to be here long because it is late. And I don't usually even come. This is not Safe Space Saylee hour. It's just a recap because I don't want to go into Monday when I have to do another show for the last week of relationships. And I didn't even put nothing up because of my bad audio. And guys, I know the camera or whatever, but quality may not be as good. But we still, like I said, we still gonna make it happen. You gotta make things work. So number one, why are you in the situation that you are in today when it comes to relationships? Your friends, the family, and your lovers. Like, why? And sometimes a lot of individuals be like, man, I don't know. Some individuals, you don't have friends. Maybe you don't need friends. But for you, why are you in the situation that you are in when it comes to your friends? Why you don't have any? Has that put you in a position to, let's say, of betterment? Like, you feel good, you feel at peace, you feel joy, calmness, happy, and when you're there, God, the emotion chart is it's on my page. It's there. And everyone there, you coming into the live, you there. You can't escape that. That little sheet of paper, you can't escape it. So that's why I love it. I love that part. Why are you in the situation that you are in today when it comes to relationships, your friends? I love my friends. But I can't be friends with everyone. And the friends that I have, they know with me it's like we good for the rest of life. If you mad at something, I remember, when girl, she was mad at me, it's like, dang. Okay, be mad. I only want you to do great. So if maybe you mad at something I said, all right. And you can't even communicate that, okay, that's cool too. But there's always a reason. Let's go to this family point because this is an important part. Even with me going over this, this week, I'm still in South Carolina. So look, why are you in the situation that you're in today when it comes to relationships with family? You know why you're there. You know why people be sweeping things under the rug. No, I'm going to talk about it. And if you're going to get upset and mad, then get upset and mad. But we're going to deal with this situation. Family or not, we're going to deal with it. Because I'd rather address the situation and you still be mad than the whole thing. What if I never said anything? When I leave this life, it's going to be no regrets. So if somebody else regretting, that's on them. But it's going to be no regrets. Just like the song I made, no regrets when you meet the graveyard. Shout out, appreciate the love. Shout out to everybody coming in, appreciate the love. Now, why are you in a situation that you are in today when it comes to relationships, even with lovers? I ain't gonna give too much information, but my cousins, they're in relationships, and I was asking them, like, are you happy? Are you in a situation that has shifted you for the better, for the best? And some individuals like, you know what? I have not. I have not done that on that end. But don't be in a situation just because others may say man, I'm not. This is what you should be doing. No, your happiness is first. I think Eartha said it, and I was reminding one of my cousins that. She even reminded me, like, yeah, she did say that. You need to find somebody that loves you, who can love you while you love you. That's powerful. I don't see that. I don't see that going on. So you gotta, just because you don't see it, be the strange one. Man, we in love. I ain't gonna be in no marriage 50 years with somebody, ain't no love there. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen at all. So when it comes to your lovers, assess your situation. I've been homeless before, and I've experienced difficulty, so there's no way I can get into a situation with someone and they feel they got me trapped because I'm in a house or I'm in a home or wherever we at. And you got some kind of resources. I don't care. I've had zero, and I've been the happiest in my life with nothing. Now you may ask, Mr. Saylee, how were you happy when you didn't have anything? That's another story. I can't even just give you that. That's why the love of self. Even that moment trained me to love myself, but we're not going to go too far in. This show's not even going to be a whole hour. At least 30 minutes. At least 30 minutes. Shout out to everybody coming in. Understand, this is recap of week 3. Because the airport audio was not good. And I'm not just going to put up anything. So I know there's certain clips. I'm going to show some on here too as well. And it's going to be on YouTube. The recap. Week 3 recap. Relationships. Let's go through, because I got some bonus questions on this one. It's going to be so powerful. Okay, so how are you managing your emotions as you dive deeper into your understanding of yourself, your values, and your needs? Some people don't even view those things. I was talking with my other cousin about values. Set up your situation, your world first. And don't let no one shake you off of it. I'm not telling you to be alone, no. But be with someone that's going to help you enjoy yourself while you're in your world. There is every type of person, on this life. There is. To me, I'm willing to go lifetime to wait for mine. I am. People like, man, I want to be in love now. Okay, then. Well, then put up with the BS. Put up with the nonsense, then, if you want it now. It's my money and I need it now. Wouldn't do that. There's consequences with all that stuff. But yeah, man, Mr. Saylee, we still pushing. Let me check. What's going on? Shout out to everybody coming in. What's going on, Kev? Man, shout out to you, Kev. I can't do that for you right now, big brother. I can't do that for you right now on that part. You good? I can't do that for you on that part. Got some things I'll chop up with you later, but I got some important things for family situations. I can't do it for you right now on that part, brother. But hold your own. Now look, how are you also managing yourself? Also your needs. There's certain things that you need that maybe another person can't get it for you. You got to get it for yourself. Whether it's a crib or a car or food or, love. Love. Yeah, you're going to have to do that. And make sure you putting yourself in a situation where you can give yourself that. Like, God willing, for the rest of my life, I'm not going to want for anything for the rest of my life, because I've already faced I faced a difficult situation in my life already. There may be a worse, But I can't. For me, I feel right now like, okay, I can't face it. Now, there's always different levels, but I faced a real tough situation that I pulled myself out of. So I'll be looking at people, I'm like, man, y'all be complaining about things that sometimes I wish I would be going through that. Remember, everyone has a different level of difficulty, what they can handle. Shout out, we got the flash score, that's good. But I want to get to these bonus questions because we are recapping. I'll read that question again. We'll get to this third one, and I get to these bonus questions for the recap because it's very powerful. So it says, how are you managing your emotions as you dive deeper into your understanding of yourself, your values, and your needs? Just really, I only need one question just right there. Certain things you just have to be aware of. I was telling my cousins as well too. You don't want to be on no conveyor belt lifestyle, hamster wheel lifestyle. You don't want it. Some people they choose that certain life. I need my life free. That's just for me. I'm gonna be able to go wherever I want, do whatever I want, order whatever I want, be around whoever I want, watch whatever I want, pay for whatever I want to pay. That's like that free. Go wherever I want, when I want. That's freedom. And I was telling my boy, eat this. Like, bruh, nobody ain't about to tell me nothing. But see, some people, sometimes fear can bring that to them to where it's like, man, you know what? I'm not ready for that amount of freedom yet. And that's cool. I like somebody controlling me, telling me what to do. Hey, and that's cool. Handle that. I like somebody controlling me, telling me what to do. Hey, and that's cool. Handle that. Sorry, guys. It was that alarm. I didn't mean that. This shut up. That's a while. But we are good on that part. But don't let individuals put you in a situation to feel like, oh yeah, you gotta go through that because they went through it. I'm about to outshine everyone around me because I ain't gonna give up. I'm not gonna quit. That's why. So I got information. If you're 90, and if you're 9, you're 1. I got the answers. Now people may look at me and they say, "Oh man, you don't even understand it." I be sitting around people. I let them talk. But I know my viewpoints. I got strong viewpoints because I know that they work for me. Now, what I'm saying sometimes may not work for others. Hey, man, it may not work for you. Well, then find your own situation. I'm so fast to tell somebody to find out what works for them. On that end. So we got to get to these bonus ones. Let's get this, okay? This is one of the questions I came up with in the airport. Say, can you get through a difficult situation and keep going, building tolerance? That's sometimes relationships too. Let's say if you're not communicating, and that's difficult for certain people. Guys, we're on the earth. Some people just don't know how to talk to people. But you in a situation where you want to be with somebody, but there's certain things you have to do to understand the other individual, plus understanding yourself. It will be difficult. It's just like going through high school. That's difficult. You're going to face certain challenges that you haven't faced before. If you really wanted it, some people gave up. College, they didn't finish. Some people just gave up at the job. Oh, man, this is too hard. I'm just going to give up. For me, I got to see how it turns out. I got to see what happens. So I'm not going to give up on myself. So don't give up on yourself. I'll read that again for you guys. Can you get through a difficult situation and keep going, building tolerance, even though things may get tough? This is it. The difficult situations in relationships. It's not all easy peasy, whether you're arguing or not. It's not all easy peasy. Man, I was telling my cousins, it's like, bro, when you're dealing with another person, you're dealing with a whole entire another world, bro. Come on. You ain't gonna, people may say, oh man, I know you. You don't even know yourself, bro. How you gonna know somebody totally different? You don't even know this whole world. How you gonna know another world? No, man. That's what certain things when people say, I don't be around people. I get away from somebody. I ain't about to just listen to no nonsense. No, I don't have to. I set my life up to where I don't have to. Let's say it may even be for a little bit. I may listen to somebody nonsense. Let's say even if it's a day or 2 or 3. But I know I'll never be forever in your situation. I told one of my, I think that one of my friends, I was like, at any time, I'm willing to fast for at least 24 hours. Wherever I'm at. So I'm always looking. Let's say somebody don't have food or they say they're making something I don't like. Man, I gotta fast 24 hours. Give myself 24 hours. I'll at least be able to get something good. At least I have enough time. I know the situation that I'm in. You know, in that part. Let's get to these bonuses and then we'll read and then get up out of here. Oh yeah, guys. So I told you guys. Proud of my cousins. I said you on that part. Safe Space Saylee Show recap. The Safe Space Saylee Show recap. So guys, if there's ever any situation where the audio is not working good and I can't upload anything, I'm gonna come back and do another one before the following show, for the following Monday. And it can come at any time to recap. You never know. Like, look, I'm on the East Coast. It's about 3 a.m. You never know when that recap may come in. But guys, you know these things are on YouTube as well too. So I try to upload on YouTube as well too. So you always gonna have some Mr. Saylee. I know it. People be needing that. People be wanting it. I know it. The calmness, the coolness. Life ain't that hard. Unless you make it that way. Life can be easy if you make it that way. Let's do this real quick, okay? Okay, so on the relationships end. So this is the one. So this is I call it Miss Silence. This is my my tool, my AI tool, my AI partner. She be going in. I'm not gonna beat the whole thing, but look at this stuff. Showing up for yourself like you have for others in your past or current relationship. How have you shown up for the individual versus how you show up for yourself? Because sometimes you may do things for someone else, but you're not doing them for yourself. Sometimes you may do things for yourself, you're not doing it for, your partner. However that turns out. So looking at that, showing up for yourself. This is why I tell individuals about the loving self. That can probably show individuals on how to move. That can show people how to do things if you can lead by example. You can show yourself, you show your partner, like, okay, this is how I'm going to do it for myself. Sometimes you overlook yourself trying to show love to somebody else. I've done it plenty of times. Like, you need this love, especially when you see somebody that needs love. It's like, dang, sometimes people can't even receive it. That's why when in doubt, give it to yourself. I'll read that again. We'll get to the second one, then we'll get to the last one, then close. Show up for yourself like you may have for others. How does that look? How does even showing up for yourself even look? Hold on 1 second, man. Let me get this. Excuse me. How does showing up for yourself even look? How does that situation even appear? You're like, damn, you might have never had an example like that to show up for yourself. You might have never had that. Shout out to everybody coming in. Now this number 2, Miss Silent, she put it together brilliantly. Are you loving who you are or shrinking who you may become just so you can keep someone around or keep a certain situation, your environment calm or cool? Are you shrinking? Let's say you bold. You 10 bold, but you giving a 4 right now in your relationship. You giving a 4 amount of energy because individuals can't take who you are. You can't even be fully expressive. Oh, so that's something to really check. Are you shrinking yourself, playing small in your own relationship when you know you can be playing big? Play big. Be your full self. That's how individuals end up regretting. Show up exactly how you want. That's the key thing about loving yourself. If you love yourself, you're going to show up in any way. Nothing going to stop you from showing up how you want. It's a beautiful situation. Shout out to Don on that end. For the other life. Shout out. Everyone who's liking this, you viewing or liking. God, you get love from Mr. Saylee. I do this in my sleep. You see, I'm in the pond. I'm at my cousin's. I do this. I eat, sleep, and breathe this. I don't have to keep telling you guys this. My counseling is how do I want to say? Not transmutes, but it's transferable to any age, all backgrounds, personally, socially, psychologically, and metaphysically. I'm about to calm down. Let me get to this last one. This is my first recap ever. And it's good. Because we can find out what this finalized question is. Beautiful like this. I'm probably gonna do let's do like 19 minutes, or we may just close. Soon, maybe at 15 or 20, however. Let's just go. So remember, I said, love who you are or shrinking to keep things cool and calm. Sometimes people play small just to make sure things are. I don't want to ruffle anybody's feathers. No, ruffle everyone's around you feathers. It's just like telling somebody no when they want to borrow something. Let's say if it's about cash or whatever it may be. I want somebody to do something with it. If I tell you no, and then you don't speak with me or you don't talk to me, you feel like, damn, I don't like, he told me no. Who is he to tell me no? That's a great way to assess anyone that's around you. Tell them no. I know sometimes people have a hard time saying that, especially in relationships. I don't care if I'm married, but I can tell you no, okay? No, I can't do that right now. Sometimes just test it out just to get a reaction, see how somebody's gonna act. Dang, she spazzed or he spazzed. Just for me saying no. I remember seeing one of my exes their mom after a situation being told no. He went to spaz. I'm like, whoa. We ain't gonna go too far into that. This is the relationship. I share that, but that's powerful. So you gotta, if you get a chance to see how somebody's parents move, use that as well to go around your people's family. See how they operate. You gotta pick up the data. Shout out to my man Dart. You gotta pull in the data. There's so much data we out here. There's so much data. It's so much. But how are you gonna be able to kind of look into the situation and assess that data? How can you assess that data to where it comes to a point now I can use it so I can improve my situation? I got this last question gonna be powerful. I'm gonna close with something powerful. Shout out to everybody coming in, just seeing it with us for a few seconds, or however. You know how Mr. Saylee is. I always got something going. I always got it. Probably got 7 more minutes. So look, this is very powerful. Okay, so your dream love. The actions that you would take, or the actions that you would stop accepting, who would you, or what would you start demanding? So let's say for that dream love, everybody got that, you can call it a fairy tale, dream love, whatever. It exists. I'm going to tell people it exists. But you accepting bull. I don't want to get too rowdy. Cuz I was asleep. I don't want to get too rowdy. You accepting bull and you putting up with nonsense. You want a dream love, but you putting up with BS. You ain't even serious about how you love yourself. You're not. People play around with themselves all the time. No. Don't play with me. Play with whatever, but not me. So now look, to achieve that dream love, what actions would you stop accepting and start attracting or start implementing? You be sad. That's what you selling. People accepting nonsense. And there is a way. There's always a solution. You gotta find it. You gotta be at a point to where you say, you know what? I deserve, better. Even if it's just you, it's like, hold on. I would have never thought I would experience this, me spending the night at my cousin's, crib, and different cribs. And I'm like, man. I still feel like a kid. I remember y'all was kids and y'all growing up on me, dang. I'm like, man, but so you never know what's to come if you don't put in the work for it, or if you don't make a move to attract a certain situation or stop accepting a certain situation. No one can ever talk to me crazy. If you do, but it does see things like that. It don't last forever. Let's say you blast at me. Okay. You blast at me. You talking wild. I'm talking about in a relationship. Let's say you talk crazy. I can give everybody 1 or 2, 3 chances to talk that way. But just make sure you get it good. Because you may only get those few times. I played a long game. So let's say you was reckless to me. You talk crazy. I remember everything. I remember who was good to me, who was not, who was really about love, and who was about games. As we go back into that, friends, family, and lovers on all levels. Certain things you need to stop accepting. And certain things you need to start accepting. Let someone assist you in a certain scenario. Don't be afraid to ask for help. You know, this is like this age right now. Everybody want to be independent. That's cool to be independent. It is. To know that you can do that, but you don't have to. I love asking people question things, and then they tell me no, or they can't do it, or what. Oh, okay. I don't have no issue with it. Because I'm going to always figure out always figure out a way. Because I got that will. That will actually creates the way. You know, guys. So, you know, Safe Space Saylee show to recap. I love it, man. I love doing this. Now, will somebody benefit off it? Okay, they may not. But at least I know one person will. That's the scare right here. I'll benefit off of it. So mission accomplished. You know, on that part. So you gotta remember. I remember sometimes, I think I remember seeing Kanye perform, you know, and wherever it was at Def Jam or wherever, and they treated it like, bro, what are you even playing this, bro? That's why I'm on a campaign really right now. 0 views and 0 likes. I need to make sure that individuals, that I'm loving what I'm doing. It's not if somebody else appreciates it. It's if I'm appreciating everything that I'm doing. Some individuals will never accept you. But please make sure that you accept yourself. Because you accepting yourself, you'll be able to make it through anything, any difficult situation. Let's say homelessness, you lost your job, you know, your family relationships aren't the best. But when you accept yourself and you love you, that's the golden ticket. You know, Willy Wonka, that's that golden ticket. You know it is. So I'll recap, you know, these bonus questions, and then we're gonna get up out of here. So let's make sure you show up for yourself like how you showed up for the other individual, whether in a previous, current relationship. Show up for yourself that way. A lot of people be showing up for individuals that let's say you love, but then you ain't even showing up for yourself. That's not a cool situation. Number 2, love who you are. Or are you shrinking to keep certain things calm and cool? Don't shrink yourself to accept a mediocre, you know, let's say relationship or a lifestyle on that end. Play big. You know you want more. But you shrinking yourself. No, I'm going to get exactly what I want. Exactly. Even if I want 50 kids, you know, 100 white, man, at least I'm going to try for it. At least I'm going to make sure I get it. I know what I got. So it's like, I know I wanted to go to Africa. I'm going. And nobody can stop it. No one can. Because that's something that I want. So that's something that I'm going to do. Nobody going to be able to stop that situation. And but never let anyone stop what you want to do. Because people will, because they can't do it. Now, this last question is your dream love. Because we still in the relationship, your dream love. What actions are you willing to stop accepting? Because you're certain your dream love, you will never get there if you keep accepting mediocrity, low effort from yourself and your partner. Certain times it's like, hold on. I was telling my cousin, I'm like, you know what? You know, higher is calling, but not everyone always picks up. You got a higher life that's calling. Maybe in a different state, different country, different place. But you ain't even answering the call. You playing around with self. You just letting it ring. You're like, dang. Can't even pick up the answer and see what, hello? You're scared of that next level. People be feared. They're scared of it. So we about to get up out of here, guys. The recap, it was very, very powerful. Sorry about the audio issue. I don't have no control over that. The audio issue on Monday. But I'm gonna do my best to download this and put this on YouTube, and then we ain't stopped one bit. Nothing ain't stopped us. It kept us going. Sometimes I need challenges too to see if I'm really serious about what I want to do. This is something that I'm really serious about. I told you it was the Safe Space Saylee show. Getting the gun, that was it. And I did it, I'm doing it. So, the Safe Space Saylee show recap. The Safe Space Saylee show recap. The Safe Space Saylee show recap. Freedom, warmth and clarity. I love you guys. I really do. I do this for you guys. Somebody 15 years later, they may find out. They're like, dang, you was doing all this, but I gained something from it. So it's a good situation. Peace out, guys. Have a very good night from the East Coast. Peace.